Discipline. It's what keeps a nation's armed forces in line and what helps civil institutions function. But how does discipline in the military differ from that in civilian life? Today, we explore the iron frame of military discipline and the fluid structure of civilian discipline. Whether on the What is discipline? Discipline. It's what keeps a nation's armed forces in line and what helps civil institutions function. But how does discipline in the military differ from that in civilian life? Today, we explore the iron frame of military discipline and the fluid structure of civilian discipline. Whether on the battlefield or behind a government desk, discipline shapes behavior, decisions, and outcomes. But these two worlds, military and civilian, approach discipline very differently. Why is that? And what can each side learn from the other? Let's define discipline. At its core, discipline is the ability to follow rules, remain consistent, and act in alignment with expectations, even when no one is watching. Military discipline is built on hierarchy, obedience, and precision. The margin of error is nearly zero. Orders are followed instantly. Time is sacred. Uniformity is key. Obedience to lawful orders. Strict chain of command. Punitive system, court-martial, confinement. Uniform code, e.g. UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice. Training is repetitive, ritualized, and psychologically embedded. Discipline in the military isn't just about avoiding punishment, it's about survival. A single undisciplined act in combat can cost lives. Civilian discipline. Civilian discipline is more flexible. It is influenced by ethics, policies, and workplace culture rather than law-backed orders. Unlike the military, civilian structures rely heavily on intrinsic motivation and peer expectations. Punishment is rare and usually administrative. Now, let's dive into the two faces of discipline, military and civilian. Key differences. Feature. Military. Civilian. Obedience. Immediate and strict. Negotiated, flexible. Punishment. Harsh, formal. Mild, HR managed. Hierarchy. Rigid and absolute. Flexible and horizontal. Motivation. External, enforced. Internal, self-driven. Time management. Precise to the second. Often lenient. The consequence gap reflects how society views risk, responsibility, and service. In emergencies, like natural disasters or national crises, these worlds often collide. Civil servants and soldiers work together. But their approach to time, authority, and accountability can clash. Civilians can adopt time management, clarity of purpose, and resilience from the military. The military can learn flexibility, innovation, and emotional intelligence from civilian life. In the end, discipline is not one size fits all. But understanding how it works in different systems helps us build a stronger, more responsive society. If you found this comparison insightful, like, comment, and subscribe. And tell us, what discipline lessons have shaped your life.